How's it going, people? Roller42 here. I think a new gaming discussion is in order. Alright, before I get into the topic of the video, I'm gonna put a link in the description real quick. It looks like COO of EA, Peter Moore, decided to come out and clarify what he said in an interview you can see in the previous video I made on the topic. And he says that his games are actually going to have an offline mode, and you can actually play them without an internet connection, which, to be honest, is a really good thing, and those are really good news because this means that there is a chance for offline gaming to still happen. I mean, it is still going to be an alternative, and looks like EA is going to find a way to balance out both online and offline, which is something that is very nice and dandy to me, and it is something that I also welcome very wholeheartedly. Anyway, let's get into the main topic, shall we? Alright, so this morning I started looking at things on Twitter, Facebook, and many other gaming websites, and they were talking about 2DS. I was wondering what in the world was that because, I wasn't very sure what was up because, we have a 3DS and we have a regular DS. So at first I was confused because I thought they were talking about a Nintendo DS that plays only games in 2D, something silly like that. But then one of my friends contacts me on Steam and they tell me that the 2DS is actually a thing. And I gotta say, I'm not very happy with this news, even if they are advertising it as something that is going to be very cheap, a lot cheaper than actual 3DS. And more importantly, it is going to be marketed towards little kids, to give them for them to play at school, outside, or whatever. My problem right now with that thing is that the design is not good at all. I looked at it. I'm gonna put a link in the description so you guys can look at how the 3DS looks, or rather the 2DS looks. And you guys can tell me right now that this little design is going to spell disaster. Not only looks like it's going to be a little bit awkward to hold, I think a lot of people who I talked to on Skype said this, and more importantly, how do I put it? If there is something that the Nintendo DS and the 3DS did right, was that you can fold the game. Why? Because the screens can be protected. What do you think is going to happen if you purchase a 3DS, or rather a 2DS? You give this to a little kid, and this little kid takes it outside to school. I'm not saying that a kid is going to be careless or that kids cannot take care of their stuff. What I'm talking about is that with a design like that, they are risking that touchscreen to get damaged, to get, irreplaceably broken or something or whatever. And more importantly, it doesn't make sense to me to see Nintendo do this. I mean, the wonderful 101, a Wii U exclusive, the numbers came out and it turns out that the game just flopped horribly in its debut. It didn't gather anybody's interest. And right now, if there is something Nintendo should be concentrating on, is on getting games for the Wii U. I mean, don't get me wrong, the 3DS and all the handheld games for Nintendo things, sorry about that, they already have enough support. They already have a healthy library. But why would you want to waste your time in re-releasing a handheld when your console is suffering? To me, this is like wasting your time. Don't get me wrong, people. I like Nintendo. I love them. They made my childhood and all this stuff, but if they mess up, I'm gonna have to point it out to them. And to me, re-releasing the DS is just a waste of time. It's just them acting as if they didn't have any priorities on them. Anyway, that's just the way I feel. How do you guys feel about the 2DS? Did you think it was a little joke like I did, or did you actually believe that Nintendo is re-releasing a handheld just for little kids? Let me know in the comments area as usual. I enjoy listening to your feedback. So yeah, that's going to be it for this little video. Thank you very much for watching. Just wanted to give my thoughts real quick. And well, as usual, I'll be seeing you guys in the next one.